Well, good morning, everyone. When I was asked to do this morning's prayers, the brief I was given was the best thing in history. That's quite a question. What is the best thing in history? Well, I'm going to start by asking something more basic. What is history? History is the past. Anything that has happened in the past is history. We all make history, and we all have our own history. Much of history is mundane. It's of no real interest to anyone, including us. What I had for breakfast this morning, and when I had it, is history. But it's of no consequence. It's of no interest to you. Let's face it, it's of no interest to me either. But it is history. I'll probably have another bowl of muesli tomorrow, along with a cup of tea. But I can't have the same breakfast again at the same time, at 7 o'clock yesterday. That time has passed. It's history. We do, though, all have events in our lives that really do matter, that change our lives. Again, these may not be events that are important to others, but they matter to us, and often, in some ways, they change us. Achieving a qualification, going to university, leaving home for the first time that someone other than a member of your family tells you that they love you. These are huge events in our lives. They matter. They become important chapters in our personal histories. For most of us, it's one of these events that is the best thing in history. If I'm asked, though, what the best thing in history is in terms of history that has affected our country, our society, our world, I could talk about, so many things from history. From the signing of the Magna Carta in 1215, to the emancipation of the slaves in the USA in 1865, to women getting the vote in 1918, to the defeat of Nazi Germany in 1945. But I'm not going to do that. Instead, as it's my last ever prayers, a milestone in my own personal history, I want to explain why I think history is important and to talk about what I think really matters. History tells us about our collective past and hopefully helps us to learn, to recognise the mistakes of the past and to change things so that we don't repeat them. It helps us to understand who we are as a people, as a society, as a world. It helps us to give us a sense of belonging. History, I think, can help us to realise and to appreciate what is good about ourselves, what needs changing, and what really matters. I love history for all those reasons, but I love it and find it fascinating above all because it's about people, and all types of people. Good people, damaged and wicked people, courageous people, oppressed people, the resilience of people. It's about the lives that people have lived, what they did and achieved, and why they did it. It's about the power of ideas and the power of the human spirit. It's about the impact of people's decisions and their actions on others, and what that has taught us. In studying and teaching history, I've come to know some extraordinary people from the past, with extraordinary stories to tell. It's helped me to learn about the past, but more importantly, it's helped me to learn much more about the here and now, and about what matters. Studying history, and my many happy years of teaching here at Godolphin, has helped me to realise a number of things. To lead good and fulfilled and happy lives, we need to be at peace with ourselves. Now, I'm not a fan of car stickers, but some years ago I was driving down Stockbridge High Street and the car in front had a sticker which said, "The best things in life are not things." And I thought how true that was. It's not things that matter. What matters are people and relationships. Now we can all all also be witnesses to historical events that affect many people, whole communities, whole countries, the whole world. For over a year now, we've all been living through an enormous historical event that has already changed our lives and which has huge ramifications for the future. The pandemic has had an impact on each and every one of us. Many people right across the world, and some in our own community, have lost loved ones. We've all had to change our lives to protect others, sacrificing holidays, shops, restaurants and other businesses having to close, not seeing family and friends, having to have online lessons, wearing masks indoors. 2 years ago, I suspect that none of us ever dreamt this would happen. We've been living through a huge historic event, and life will never be quite the same again. We will learn from it. It's already taught us so much. Amazing strides have already been made in medicine and science. Doctors already have medicines and strategies to help those taken into hospital. We've come to appreciate the NHS and the importance of family and friends even more than before. The events of the past year have caused many of us to reflect on what we have and to change our priorities. The almost miraculous work done on developing vaccines is giving us a route out and is going to save countless lives across the world. Perhaps it's the development of vaccines that is the best thing in our recent history. In any event, we can now look forward, as we always should. Captain Sir Tom Moore's motto was, "Tomorrow is a good day." We should know our past. We should value our past. And we should learn from our past. But we should not dwell in the past. Always look forward. Tomorrow is a good day.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow. Till there's none, when I'm stuck with a day that's grey and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow, but you gotta hang on till tomorrow. Come what may, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you tomorrow. You're always a day away. The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow clears away the cobwebs and the sorrow till there's none. When I'm stuck with a day that's gray and lonely, I just stick out my chin and grin and say, oh, the sun will come out tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. You're always a day away. You're always a day away.
So, this is my final prayers. I want to wish you all well. This is the most exceptional and lovely school. Take with you the values of the school into your future lives. Be frank and loyal. Have integrity. Be principled. Do what you know to be right and refuse to do what you know to be wrong. I want to leave you with a final short clip that serves to remind us all of something else that is also really important. Try to be dignified, but whatever happens, never take yourselves too seriously and always keep your sense of humour. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good day.